Alright, now I'm doing counting sort 3, which this one is super interesting, and I'm about to explain why. So basically, it's interesting. I'm just grabbing my submission from the last one. So basically, it's really interesting because now you're printing. So you're printing, instead of printing the frequency, you're printing like the sum of frequencies. So you're taking all the frequencies. Man, okay, so basically you're creating the frequency array, but the frequencies accumulate. So instead of it just being the frequency of that individual thing, it's now going to be everything. So the input is going to be n, the size of the list. N lines follow. So let's see how. Right, so print input. Let's run this code. Bug output, okay. This is where I expect an error, yeah. So the most difficult thing is, how do I even get the numbers? Great, I need to ask. Let's say I'm given an array. Let's say I'm given an array of, how do I get only the numbers? How do I get only the numbers in the array? Alright. So n equals 19. Alright, I'm just going to copy paste this code. So for x in range, int input maybe there's an error. Nice, I got it. Okay, so that was the hard part, I think, just getting the array. Yeah, so now I guess we can uncomment all of this. Okay, so what we are going to do is okay, so we should get, yeah, boom, we have the array. So now what we are going to do is yeah, it's trying to print the frequency. So alright, so what we're trying to do is, so let's say how big is L? Okay, so for x in range 100, oops, I meant to say range. So for x in range 100, okay. And then what does L represent? Less than or equal to. Okay, so x in range for y in range. Okay, yeah, so there's going to be a counter equals 0 for y in range array or length of array, because the array could be shorter. So for y in range length of the array, if r of y is less than or equal, yeah, if r of y is less than or equal to x, counter plus equals 1. And then we're going to do final r dot append counter, and then we're going to return final array. Okay, let's run the code. Passed. Let's submit. Boom, this works. So the hardest part in this was just getting the number array. And the way we did that was x equals input dot split, and then numbers dot append int of num. Oh, okay, so it split it somehow, and then it appended the numbers part into an array. And then the actual logic is really easy. It's just going over 100 times, and then every time it would add to the counter for each item in the list that it went through, and it was less than or equal to, and then add it. So that's how we got our final. So that's great.